friendships fade, but hers has only grown stronger. For almost 3 decades, Mama, I hope you know that you're very old. I'm sorry. They've shared everything from high school mischief to grown-up dreams. No matter how much time passes between them, they always pick up right where they left off. Oh, and before we do though, make sure you like the video, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and of course ring that notification bell to make sure that you stay up to date on all of our new uploads.
Gusto mo, nakabukas na yan. Kakainin ko na lang.
Even after nearly 30 years, their friendship remains as easy and natural as it was in high school. Time hasn't changed their bond. They still laugh at the same dad jokes, share stories, and enjoy each other's company just as much as they did back then. This was the first time they met again for several years, but it felt like no time had passed at all. And of course, no reunion is complete without a feast. Pork barbecue, different kinds of siomai, puto kusinta, and leche flan. Yum! Made by Tita Daisy. In the kitchen, Tito Liam took charge of cooking the fresh salmon belly. While the pan is being preheated, he crushed some black pepper, mixed the salmon with soy sauce, calamansi juice, and the black pepper, and he used his hands to coat each piece evenly.
Wala nga lang sabon.
Nag-toilet yan kanina, di ba?
Oo. Ay, nagsugus ako doon.
Hindi, okay lang
Hindi
yun.
nyo alam.
Ano yan?
Ito ay grilled salmon with lemon butter sauce.
Palimon-lemon ka pa, kalamansi lang yan.
Siyempre, kailangan ng
Chef.
social na pangalan kahit normal lang na pagkain.
They fried the salmon one by one. Shh! ASMR.
Ha? Tom! Pwede naman.
Ay, di na! Nasarapan mo na.
Binigay mo kasi sa akin yung
Oh,
ano
isa
eh.
pa yan. Meron pa yan. Nakita ko lang.
He pan-fried the salmon pieces and you can just smell it in the kitchen. It was amazing. I bet you felt growling stomach and hunger as they cooked. And it was done. They were eating and talking. Itadakimasu!
Tinanong niya ako, di daw totoo daw yun. Sabi
Pre,
ko,
ganyan tayo nung unang panahon.
Kasi alam ko, magkasama kami nun eh.
Nakapokus sa pagmamaneho.
Nung ano,
Wala, wala.
kita pa lang si Daisy.
Lahat ang kinukwento ko wala sa may...
Do you have that special group of friends that you don't need to check on constantly, yet when you reunite, it's like no time has passed at all? These are the rare friendships that thrive without effort, with no small talk, no forced catch-ups, just pure easy connection, whether it's been years and years since they last saw each other. With these friends of hers, there's no need for updates or apologies for being out of touch. They just get it, because life gets busy, and you prioritize your personal choices, but the bond stays solid. They don't have to pretend, because that's so tiring. Even after long gaps, the conversation flows naturally and the silence is just as comfortable. They're not held together by constant messaging or meetups, but by genuine understanding and shared history. Whether it's inside jokes from years ago, or the unspoken support during tough times, connection runs in their veins. No matter how much time passes, you'll know they'll always be there.
Ayan, chocolate ganads. Chocolate ganads! Why are you correcting me? Ganads. Chocolate.
Gusto mo na? Wala.
And several days later, she's now getting to be with her other set of friends. As she needs to be there in minutes, she took a motorcycle to be there the soonest. Time was ticking and her friends were waiting. She had overslept after coming home late from another commitment, and now she doesn't want to face the dreaded Manila traffic. So she did what any practical commuter in Manila would do, or with someone that has common sense. She instantly booked her ride. Within minutes, a motorcycle taxi arrived. Motor taxis! If by any chance you ended or just started your holidays here in Manila, or new residents, are you wondering how to access this? Let me give you some tips on how to book this public transport. You'll want to download either Joyride, Grab, Angkas, or Move It. Have other app suggestions? Drop them in the comments below. We're all about finding the best ways to beat traffic together. These apps are your golden ticket through the city's infamous gridlock. Each platform offers trained riders who know Manila's streets like the back of their hand. One of the biggest advantages? You'll completely bypass the city's soul-crushing traffic jams. While cars and buses sit stuck for hours on roads like EDSA during rush hour, motorcycles effortlessly weave through tight spaces and take clever alternate routes. A trip that might take a car 60 minutes often takes just 20 to 30 minutes on a bike, making this the fastest way to navigate the urban jungle. Wow! Here's the real hot take. Motor taxis don't just save you time, they save your sanity. That important meeting, spontaneous meetup, or airport run becomes stress-free when you're not trapped in a metal box or a parking lot masquerading as a highway. Riders use service roads, back streets, and every gap in traffic that car drivers can only dream of accessing. Remember, compare prices across apps. Move It is usually the cheapest. Always wear your helmet properly, hold tight, and enjoy the ride. Oh, and book during off-peak hours for the quickest pickups. Now that you're armed with this knowledge, you'll never look at Manila's traffic the same way again. Which motor taxi app has saved you the most time? Share your experiences below. Kuya, please help her find the closest mall gate where her friends are waiting. And she has arrived!
Bye, Kuya. Salamat po.
Then, after a few steps inside the mall, she found them.
Say hi. Sarap.
As a person who lived in the northern part of Metro Manila in the 80s to 90s, SM North EDSA was and always will be the go-to mall, but they didn't have their late lunch here. They walked to the other side and found themselves in this mall. Let me know in the comments below if you're familiar with this one mall. Oh, this mall is pet friendly too, so if you have any service animals with you, you're gonna have a field day. And I can tell from his face that he's already having a blast. But enough about that, let's get back to the story. Alright, while they're on their way to the place, let me introduce you to this group she calls her friends, the same crew she's been with since high school.
On the bottom, Paige. And Mackenzie. And on top of the pyramid, going 3 for 3, once again, is Maddie.
They finally reached their destination, though this restaurant wasn't even part of the plan. Sometimes, the best moments happen unplanned, right? And hey, with this ad plastered outside,
Shut up and take my money!
I don't care. I love it. Dun, dun, dun. I don't care. Okay. I'll stop.
Hindi niya na alam mo yung sasagot sa exam. At magaganda tayo. Tsaka yung ano.
As they waited for their food, my ninang, or godmother, surprised everyone with a sweet little treat, homemade cookies and brownies. And let me tell you, they looked so yummy, like straight out of a bakery level. Without a second thought, she eagerly grabbed one of the cookies and tore open the wrapper.
Ay, bagay ito kay Jem.
Ito, ayan o.
Bibigay ko mamaya.
Wala na po siya. Kinutpot na. Kakainin ko na siya. Ooh!
May ano kumain ka? Hindi ka pwede nga.
The moment she took that first bite, her taste buds lit up, and you could instantly tell it was love at first bite. The cookies are so soft. They're perfectly crumbly. As you can tell, it scattered instantly, yet it was still chewy. And the butter lingers on your tongue. It was so creamy, so rich. This is next level good, and clearly high quality butter. You know that feeling when a dessert is so good you momentarily forget your surroundings? Yeah, that was Mama right then. By the way, if you're craving some yourself, you're in luck. She sells them at a super affordable price. Feel free to inquire, DM her, or call her. Just saying.
Check mo yung brookies kung okay sa'yo yung texture.
Ito, okay na to. Oops, tama na.
Then, the food arrived, one by one. Her clumsiness struck again, because the tea nearly went flooding across the table.
Dahil kung... Kaya yung pinipig.
Yum.
Now hunched over the table like a giraffe, she resigned herself to sipping at that ridiculous angle. Titas of Manila were having their usual fun, laughing, gossiping, and drinking a hot tea on the table too. If you don't get excited over hot tea, well then, I don't know what to tell you. But I don't also get excited by hot tea because, well, I prefer hot chocolate. These heavenly soup dumplings. They were steamed to perfection on a bamboo basket. Each delicate pouch bursts with hot, savory pork broth the moment you take a bite, together with vinegar ginger sauce, and let's not forget the garlic chili oil. Actually, they're not bamboo baskets, they're bamboo steamers. She didn't hesitate to snatch a piece to try immediately. She dumped it onto her soup spoon and she devoured it. The second her teeth pierced the skin, a flavor-packed dumpling with rich pork broth flooded her mouth. Too hot? Yes. Worth it? Absolutely. Actually, that's just me when I'm trying to eat sinigang or something. Tongue feels like it's going through absolute hellfires. Then, the braised beef noodle soup came. Wow! A steaming bowl of comfort. Thick slices of melt-in-your-mouth beef shank lounged atop springy noodles, all drowning in a deep spiced broth that smelled like heaven. What does heaven smell like? Without missing a beat, she grabbed her chopsticks and twirled in a nest of noodles. Look at that bounce. If only you could smell the anise and the soy simmered into every strand.
Sa susunod, may dala tayo ng ano? May dala tayo ng good thing, ha?
Steam rising with each serving.
Ano lasa niya?
Okay. Ito sa akin. Yung bowl.
Tama ka, pare.
Sana pala punta na tayong Laloma.
And oh man, did it look worth the wait. Steaming plates, mouth-watering aromas, and the first bite?
Lagi nga, hati lang.
Diba? Kasi nga si ID umuorder. Pagdagan mo ba ha? Kasama ko dyan eh. Na-survive natin yung rice.
She dug in. The beef shank was so tender, with the noodles springy and slurp-worthy. Rich broth clinging to chewy noodles, fall-apart meat that dissolves with barely a nudge. This was worth the wait. And then the rest of their orders arrived. The fried rice topped with the fried chicken chops, though surprisingly they were served apart, and crispy sweet and sour pork, sweet and slightly sour sticky sauce, French crunch from red and green bell pepper and onion. Around the table, chopsticks flew between plates, but the chatter never stopped. Mouths full, they still managed to debate, gossip, and laugh, especially her. Even if it meant talking with her cheeks stuffed like a chipmunk. Somehow, talking more between bites, as if the food fueled their stories. A meal was too good for silence. But they didn't stop there. Well, maybe they stopped for a quick toilet break because even chatterboxes obey the nature's call. Because no Filipino gathering is complete without coffee. As if their non-stop chatter needed fuel, they migrated to the nearest cafe, still talking over each other. You know that kind of friendship where the day is begging to end but your mouths refuse to surrender? Where sentences pile up like traffic on EDSA and turns into 5 more? That was them, sipping lattes while agreeing, gossiping, and reminiscing, all at the same time. Because why choose one conversation when you have 3? That's the thing about their friendship. It's like clockwork.
Ayan. Hello! Jowa mo? Parang hindi naman yan yung pinakilala mo nung nakaraan.
No matter how many years passed or how many new circles they grow into, well, I grow into a triangle. What's wrong with the other shapes? I'm sorry. They always came back to this. If anything, the bond only grew stronger, resurrecting previous lives like no time had passed at all. Because no matter where life took them, This, the stories, the unstoppable overlapping chatter was the one thing that stayed perfectly, wonderfully the same. See you in the next videos, my dear repeaters! Bye-bye to all of my repeaters. That is all from COOKreapEAT.
Walang mga agaw sa akin, ha? Yan! Yes, thank you, Ken! Salamat! Sige. O, sige, titikim din.